Guys, today I got two characters I want to talk to you about. So let me just get to them. Swap this out for Heizou. Heizou, the One Punch Man. Is he? I have him on my account. I don't have him built.
I'm on the case.
And I just wanted to talk about him and Xiangling since they understand the banner. And some of you will get them at C6. So let's do a brief discussion on Heizou. What his constellations are, what does he bring to the table, and is he good? Is there any characters better than him? What role would he fit in? And I'll just say this now: the game is very broken when it comes to animo. It's unfair. Animo characters fit in any team, but let's look at his constellations. Heizou is more centered around being a DPS, and his constellations really push him to becoming that DPS. As you look at his C6, which is cracked, each desolation stack will increase the crit rate of the Heartstopper strike unleashed by 4%. When Heizou possesses conviction, this Heartstopper strike's crit damage is increased by 32%. Which is a powerful constellation for him, and that is this. This is the Heartstopper strike. It's basically his skill. It collects stacks. Ding, ding, ding. It beeps up. I'll show you what that does right now. If you haven't built Heizou and you're pulling on the current banners and you happen to get him C6, build him. You don't necessarily need Wanderer if you got Heizou. Wanderer is a 5-star of him. I mean, Wanderer is good. And the good things about Heizou and Wanderer and Sucrose is that their catalyst uses Animo, and their normal hits, charge attacks are all Animo, and they all have different ICDs, and they work in more or less the same teams. But let's focus more on Heizou. That's why I want to talk about him. I'll talk about Wanderer in the next video that I make, specifically on him. So Heizou is very cracked. He's very amazing. If you get him, I got him at C3. I got an account where he is at C6, but he's also not built. Reason being, I have Wanderer and I just prefer Wanderer more. But he is a good unit. He is very good. He's a very good unit. And the teams that he fits in are basically every team. He fits in this team, the national team. You can use him. He fits in a taser team where you can add Official,
in the name of the princesses.
Beidou,
All
and he
right,
fits
let's go.
well in this team because Xingshu's skill has this interruption to damage and stuff, so it keeps him very good because catalyst users generally are very flimsy and they need shields. They need some sort of utility that stops them from dying. They get slapped around quite a lot, so he fits in this team very well. His DPS output is good. The only difference between him and Sucrose, if some of you don't have him and you've got more constellations of Sucrose, is that Sucrose has more of a grouping utility, where Heizou doesn't have a grouping utility. He does a very meh grouping with his burst, but his DPS output is very good. He fits in this team. He fits in the national team, as I stated. He fits in Dendro teams as well.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
He fits in this Dendro team. And where's a healer? You can put Barbara, you can put Kaya, you can add Barbara to this team.
take care
He
of
fits well in this team. You can put Cookie. He fits well in this team because Cookie's going to be healing him. Xingshu is going to have the damage reduction and have his sub DPS role with the rain swords coming in. Nahida is the best Dendro applicator for the game, and she has a Karma Purification, which is good. He fits in this Hyper Bloom team, letting off reactions with his normal attack. You can add Fischl for more of a DPS output. You can add Yaimiko as well. She fits well in this team. You can even fit in a Bloom team. You can add Barbara for more Hydro, more Blooms.
I'll take care of it.
You can add Barbara with a full healing set for him. and then he can just proc off all reactions. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm trying to keep this as simple as I possibly can. Heizou fits in any team and every team. Whatever team you fit Sucrose in, you can fit him in. Now, the question that will arise is, do I build him EM or do I build him crit? Well, as I said to his constellations, you saw his C6 starts to increase his skill and his burst, and it crits. You can build Heizou triple EM because of more reaction damage, EM and reaction. It's kind of centered around that kit. But you can build him as a DPS. Attack, damage, crit. It's ADC, it's called an ADC build. You can build him that way. An attack goblet, an animal, and a crit rate, crit damage circlet. You can give him that. And he will work well with that as well. Between triple EM and that build, it's only 5% difference in damage between the two. If you want, you can leave a comment below and I will do a team showcase. That will mean I'll have to build him up. I do have the resources to build him up and get him to level 90 and then use him in reaction team. If you would like that, I'll do that to do a showcase with him for you. I can do that for you. You just have to give me like 2 days. I'll get everything done and then I will show you how OP Heizou is. I've replaced him with Wanderer, as I said, because I got Wanderer and Wanderer fits in the same team. So Heizou, don't undermine him because Wanderer is there. He's very good. The next character I want to look at is Xiangling. And a lot of people sleep on her. And you will be pulling on a banner. You will have her probably at C6 or C4. And her constellations are very good. And let's look at them. Her C4 is the main one I want to look at. It increases her Pyronado, which she does that burst, this burst, her Pyronado by 40%. Her C6 gives her 15% pyro damage bonus. Her C2 is also good. Boba does some damage where he does it at C1. He does a pyro res, and her C2 has this 75 of Xiangling's attack as pyro damage, and then her C4 is actually cracked. So if you're getting multiple constellations of her up until C6, C4 is also good. She's very good. And this character you get for free. I know people don't really showcase a lot about her and her damage because there's Hu Tao and Yoimiya's and Klee's and all these other Pyro 5 stars. But she's very good as a Pyro 4 star. Especially if you get the C4. You don't even worry about the C6. C4s can be a stopping point for you. And build her. You can use at C1. She's very good. I don't have at C4 because I've been pulling at this current weapon banner because I got Kazuha and I hate them and I'm going for either or of the weapons. So maybe I will get another constellation, and if you want me to do a showcase on her showing stuff, I can do that for you. I don't mind. It's just to get a discussion out and speak about the two characters, as you can see. But if you would like, I can do showcases on each of them, I don't mind. Yeah, so that's my overall thoughts of opinions. If you'll have anything you want to talk about, comment here. I get people messaging me on Discord, messaging me on Facebook, speaking about teams. I got this character, what team can I use? What team can I run? How's Heizou? How's Xiangling? How's the national team? And they're very good. I know there is Sucrose and some people do have it, but Heizou is good. Build him, use him. You'll come to find out that you don't actually need 5 stars in this game to actually play it. MiHoYo plays on our FOMO, the fear of missing out. So we can get 5 stars. But the way it's set up, the 4 stars do work pretty well. They do. They work very good. Very, very good. So check them out. If you have any topics you want to discuss about building Heizou, feel free to comment. Feel free to comment, add me on the Discord. We can talk about it. Whatever you don't know, I can give you tips. People are usually scared to comment because they're scared of other people judging them, or they're scared that their question or what they say is going to be silly. There's none of that here. We all here to help one another get to where we need to be. We were all babies in this game. I've been playing Genshin for about a year now. And I came to realize that stuff out late is that you don't actually need 5 stars. I mean, Kazuha is good, but if you got a C6 Sucrose, she can fit the similar role. It's just that he brings more of an elemental damage bonus and she brings more EM. But you know, you can use a Heizou, as I'm saying, emphasizing on him. He's amazing. He's super amazing. Heizou is super good. He's super amazing. And if you get him and you build him right, you won't need Wanderer. You won't need Wanderer. So you can get a good catalyst. And some people have catalysts laying around, even 5-star ones. So build him, use him. As I'm saying, if you got anything you're unsure about, leave a comment and we can tackle what you don't know, find out what you do know, and maybe I could learn something and maybe you could learn something more. So let's get this going, guys. Heizou and Xiangling, amazing duo. I will make a better video about this between Heizou and Xiangling and how they synergize in teams. I will do that for you. Thank you very much. I hope you have a blessed next coming days, week ahead. And stay tuned for my synergizing video between Heizou and Xiangling. I should have it done by the end of this week. Stay awesome, guys.